Hello, I'm Dr. Parag Amin. In this video, I'm going to speak about Blue Ocean Strategy. Irrespective of whether you are a student looking for a job or a professional, a mid-level professional or a mid-career professional looking for a better job or a promotion, you will find Blue Ocean Strategy useful. So you may be aware that when we talk about strategy, it all basically begins by first defining the purpose. You might also have heard that there are broadly two approaches, the Red Ocean Strategy and Blue Ocean Strategy. When we speak of Red Ocean Strategy, it is that place where there is a crowd. It is that place where everybody is almost alike. It is that place where everybody is after everybody's blood. What is the disadvantage of being in the Red Ocean? The disadvantage is you are lost in the crowd. You are a part of the crowd. You get treated just like the crowd. On the other hand, if you want to be different from the crowd, you have to turn yourself blue. It means that you have to get yourself into an area which is a very differentiated area, which is a niche area. Now that is what we call as the Blue Ocean Strategy. So Blue Ocean Strategy is basically about carving out a niche for yourself, trying to create a space for yourself where you have no challengers. So we speak of Blue Ocean Strategy and Red Ocean Strategy. Now which strategy, which approach should you use depends on what is your purpose, depends on what is it that you want to achieve, what outcome do you wish to have. For instance, do you want to just get a job and be a part of the crowd, or do you want to get that dream job? So depending on that, you will decide which approach is suitable for you. So talking about the Blue Ocean Strategy, let's assume that you are looking for that dream job or you are looking for that coveted promotion in your organization. Now the question is, do you have total clarity on what is that dream job or what is that coveted promotion all about? Are you able to define it in terms of, let's say, the kind of the job that you're looking at, the kind of responsibility that you're looking at, maybe the kind of perks and the salary that you're looking at, the kind of location that you're looking at, the kind of company that you are trying to work for. So these are some of the things that you need to have 100% clarity on in terms of what is it that constitutes that dream job. Okay, so let's assume that you're very clear in your mind about what is it that you're looking for. What kind of a dream job are you looking for? Or what kind of a promotion, what kind of a responsibility are you looking for? Now the next question which you should ask yourself is, what makes you think that you're suitable for that job? So when we talk about suitability, let's try to think of suitability in terms of 3-4 parameters. Let's say the first parameter could be qualifications. Do you think you are qualified to have that job? Second parameter that we talk about is, do you have the requisite experience? More than requisite experience, it is also the relevant experience. Do you have the relevant experience? Third thing is, do you have the necessary competencies? So we speak about qualifications, experience and competencies. But that is not all, because some of these would possibly be hygiene factors. These are the factors which are a given when you are looking for that kind of a job. So what is important is that how are you different with respect to these competencies or with respect to that qualification or with respect to that experience? What kind of a differentiator do you have? What kind of a differentiator have you added yourself, either in terms of the experience or in terms of the qualifications or in terms of the competencies, or in terms of any other factor that probably can play a very crucial role or a decisive role in terms of you being suitable for that particular job. So now the question is, how can I be different? What are the areas in which I could be different? Well, I could be different in terms of my qualifications. I might have acquired some value-added certifications which are very relevant to the kind of position that I'm looking for. I might probably have got a relevant experience, an experience with a very important client or on a very important project. That could be my differentiator. It could be with respect to maybe leading a team. It could be with respect to accomplishing targets. It could be with respect to certain achievements that I have got on personal front or professional front. It could be with respect to working with that, a dream client. It could be with respect to certain initiatives that I might have taken in the organization. For instance, I might have brought in maybe a new technology. I might have brought in maybe a new client. I might have started something new for the organization which is useful. So these and many more could be potentially my differentiators. It could be related to my attitude, it could be related to my temperament, it could be with respect to the way I deal with people, it could be with respect to maybe the way I engage socially, it could be with respect to the kind of networking that I have. So these are some of the possible differentiators that I could really look at. I'm sure you must now be feeling that I've got a list of differentiators. I have identified what are my differentiators. And I think this is it. Well, hold on. That's not all. There are two more things that you need to do. So the first question now you must ask yourself is, I have got a list of differentiators, but why should somebody believe that I have got those differentiators? Do I have enough evidence? For instance, if you are claiming that you have got a certain qualification or you have got a certain experience, do you have a document to prove? Do you have any evidence to prove that you have indeed done it? If you are claiming a certain accomplishment to your credit, do you have certain document to prove that you have got that accomplishment? So that's one very important thing that I want you to think about. Collect evidences. Generate and collect evidences. That's one very, very crucial thing. And finally, the most important thing that you should do, without which everything else will just fall flat, is what is your plan to make your differentiators visible to your target audience through the right medium at the right time. Now for this, of course, you need to know who is your target audience. You need to know what is the right medium to reach them, and you need to understand what is the right time to present your differentiators to them. If you are able to do this, I am sure you will definitely achieve the objective that you wanted to achieve. All the best.